Yo, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video on my channel. World record, track and setup guide on Interlagos, Kiefer Lagos in Brazil. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the game. So as you can see, right now we are P9, but this is actually the world record. The next guy is already a cheater who has like a ridiculous amount of time in the final sector. I will show you that at the end of the video, just so you understand what a cheating lap time is. So P1 with a 105.777, the lucky number. And let me quickly make sure we have the right setup. Let's load that. So it's 11.8, 155, right, left, left, left on suspension geometry. Suspension is 151526, 150 on the brakes, and the tires are as usual on time trial, maximum pressure. I would adjust that if I would be you. According to what the degradation says with your driving style and whatever. Just lower the front pressures so it's completely balanced out. Maybe you don't have to change it at all. Could also be. One thing about the setup, it's quite loose. The rear is, like, the car rotates amazingly, but it's quite loose, so you produce a lot of tire temps. This setup will probably kill you in the qualifying. So what I would recommend you to do, either reduce the suspension or the ARB, maybe even both. What I also recommend is put the ride height to 2.7, because I'm not a big fan of 6 at the back. This will stabilize it quite a bit on the rear end. You can also reduce the front wing, or even increase the off diff by a click. That should help, but I would recommend you leave the off diff, maybe play around with the wing settings, but the wing is quite beneficial in the middle sector, so also would recommend keeping that. You could maybe even increase the rear wing, but then you're getting a lot of drag on the straight. So prefer to just stick with the suspension and ride height to make the car more stable, and you should be good to go. This is a good setup. You can also use it in a race, just adjust it to your driving style, and you will definitely be flying with that in qualifying. And in the race you just have to be careful because you have a bit higher wing, but you can also change it under park firmly. So let's get into the track guide. So in Brazil, it's really not so important to get a good run out of the final corner to start your lap, because the straight is so long. You can just chill, like, it will be fine, alright? But it always helps to kind of like not get too close to the curbs to start your lap. You don't have to go fully to right, but it helps opening up the steering wheel to keep a bit more momentum down the straight. Then you brake just at the right wall, 50-meter board, down to 5th gear or 4th gear. A lot of you take 4th gear and then short shift into 5th gear. What you want to do, you can attack the curb on the left, but you kind of just want to get closer. There's a little bump, and if you hit that right, it will rotate your car a bit more to the left, and that's what you want to open up the steering here and short shift into 5th. And you don't want too much curb here because it might unsettle the car. Then stay on the left here as much as you can. Shorten the track distance, activate the DRS. And now we are looking at the end of sector 1. Brake after the 100-meter board and like 70 meters. Hit the curb on the inside, really important. It rotates the car. I take it in 5th gear, I think 4th gear is slower. Then here also shorten the track distance, stay on the left. But for turn 4, it's really important to hit the inside curb. Here, go down into 6th gear, because you will be in 7th, and stay tight. Use all the track, be careful with track limits, and don't brake on the grass. 4th gear for me here, you really want to cut on the inside without locking up. Then here also stay as tight as you can without getting a track limit, and accelerate early. You really need to get the rear kicking out with the throttle. The throttle will rotate the car, and you need to practice that. It's really hard. You can maybe overdo it, or you can just do it a little bit too little, and then when you do it again, you might mess it up. So be careful there, but the way to go is rotate the car on throttle. For this corner, you brake just before the grass, and you try to straighten the corner. It's really easy to brake on the grass and also to lock up the corner. Trail braking is key. You really need to perfect the trail braking until the apex, which is more or less here. You don't want to hug the curb too much. If you get close to it, it's fine, but again, rotate the car on throttle and open the steering wheel quick. You can also run a bit off track here. That's still like AstroTurf. And this curb here on the left, you can also attack a lot to rotate the car. Then brake earlier than you think for this corner. Tap the curb on the inside. It rotates the car nicely. And early on the power, run down to the line. And this is literally what you have to do. Then again, stay tight with the track distance and cut as much as you can on the left. And yeah, Leclerc crossed the line again for Verstappen. It's fine. I did the same right now. Sorry. And this is a lap in Brazil, Kiefer Lagos. I hope you could learn one or two things of that. And now check it out with what I said. Remember what I said and look what I'm doing on my hot lap. You will see exactly that I'm doing these things that I just pointed out. Those are my reference points when I'm going for a lap in Kiefer Lagos. And I'm usually one of the best. I'm quite cracked, to be fair, on this circuit. Haven't qualified lower than P2 ever in an F1 esports race here. And had one victory, another podium position, P2, and then, well, last year I defended for Freddy and for my life with the Checo Paris of F1 esports. So yeah, let's get into the hot lap. So, and at the end of every world record video, we have our lap times. So, what we have here, we have a low point, midpoint 3 in the first sector, a low point 1 in the middle, and also fairly low point 3 considering the high wings in sector 3. It's mainly just a straight, but you have to nail the corner, so the corner is still the wing helps to get the car around. And as you can see, Paul, the guy ahead of us, he's quite slow in sector 1, he's ridiculously slow in sector 2, and he's just nearly a second quicker in sector 3 on the straight. I guess we ran a bit too much wing. No, he's just a cheater. This is exactly what I mean. And this is unfortunately a problem in the F1 games. But no matter what, we have the world record at 105.777, an amazing lap time that we can still improve a tiny bit. But I think this is a really, really, really good lap. And I hope you've learned a lot from this guide. In case you did, leave a like, subscribe, check the bell, and don't miss any videos, guides, and world records in the future. Thank you for the support, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.